Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs, and we're here to continue working on our tags that we had collaged the other day. And I thought I would go over a few quick things with you guys first before we start decorating. I know that none of this is kind of earth-shattering and it's stuff that other people have done, but I'm doing it because I'm assuming that the people that ask me how to do things I know are new to junk journaling, so I'm coming from that standpoint. So if you've already seen this kind of thing, you can skip over it and go watch something else. But this is really just for for maybe people that haven't done it before. And also too, I watch videos all the time on things that I already know how to do, but I get a different take on things. I figure out better ways to do it by watching, so that might benefit those people too. I want to say welcome to all the people that have liked and subscribed and commented. I really appreciate that. I was very hesitant to do this. I've had people for years telling me I needed to do a YouTube channel, and because I do teach a lot of crafts and things like that, and putting yourself out there is kind of hard to do, and I know that definitely my video production skills need to improve, so I will definitely work on that and talk to my video marketing manager and see if he can help me out. We'll do some FaceTiming hopefully this weekend. Anyway, getting to the tags, this is kind of what we did. We had ended up with a sheet that looked kind of like this, and this is before I put gesso on it. I'm actually going to make a couple without putting any gesso on it, just to give you an idea. And I did want to clarify one thing too, is that when you're collaging on things, okay, smaller pieces to me do better on things that are going to be small, like a tag, because then you get to see all the different elements, when you put something on there. A lot of it's going to be hidden, like for instance, if you put that flower on there, or, whatever. And what's going to happen is that you won't see a lot of the background. Also too, when you gesso over it, you're going to be hiding, and dulling down a lot of it, and to me it just looks better that you have all those components with small pieces. But when you're doing like a cover or something that's bigger, you're going to want to do bigger pieces. Otherwise, it's not going to look right. So, I mean, to me. And then again, that's all of this is to your taste and what you like. So, that's just how I do it. When I'm doing something bigger, I'll, cut off pieces, yay big, and that's kind of what I do on that. So basically, it's to scale is what I'm trying to get at. Anyway, this is what it looked like before we gessoed it in a big sheet, and we cut it up, and this is how it looks after. I gesso each individual piece because there's some that I may make darker than others. There's some that I may antique more than others, so I don't just do the whole sheet. Some people just do the whole sheet and cut it up. Just, whatever you feel you want to do. Okay, and I was going to show you really quick. I use, and this is something I bought, and it's definitely not necessary. I would say that it's just definitely a luxury buy, is I use this little punch board when I make my tags. And it's only because I keep it handy. I have like a little tray thing where I have my envelope punch boards, my mini and my big one, and then I've got my cutter with the scoreboard, and I've got my little hand cutter. And I bought these at Tuesday Morning, and I don't ever pay full price, for things. But anyway, I don't think I paid but like $4.99 for this or something. It was relatively inexpensive, and it's definitely not necessary, but I thought I'd show you real quick how it works, just in case it's something you see and you may want to get. It's just handy to have on your desk or whatever and get things done. So basically what you do is you decide what angle you want your tag on. And I have little marks here for things that I usually hit, but then, you know, it changes from tag to tag. Let's just do that one. That'll be really, no, maybe not. We'll go here, I think. We'll try that. It has a little blade here. You put the slot inside here. So I've decided this is on, there's letters here. That's letter, I should put my glasses on. Letter E. And you go, this is going to take a little bit longer because this is kind of thick. And if it doesn't cut all the way, that's okay. We can cut it with our scissors. We're just really trying to get the angle. So we'll just do that real quick because this is really thick. All right. Then you turn it over and you put it on the same letter that you had before. Letter E. Turn it over. And then again, you cut. Okay. And then, here we go. So that pretty much gives you a perfect tag. Oh, did I do E? Or maybe I did a different one. Okay, there we go. All right. So that pretty much makes it perfect on top. And it also has a function on the side that allows you to punch a hole and measure and get it in there perfect. This is a, let's see, I don't know how big this tag is. That's if you have a tag that is, you know, is either one of these, you know, 3 inches, 2.5 to 1.5. If it's not that, then you kind of have to eyeball it. And I think this is kind of in the middle. So this is right, just a tiny bit under 3 inches. So I'm going to kind of split the difference. And then here's 3 inches there, 3 inches there on each side. And then you punch. It's great because it gives you a nice little hole in there. So that's something that is, like I said, totally not necessary, but I like it. I mean, it's just handy. If I had to go get up and get it every time, I probably wouldn't use it. But, you know, you can always do this where you just cut like that and then take that piece and put it on the other side. Here we go. Oh, I'm moving my, there we go. And then just take it on the other side and use it as a measuring. And then, you know, that does the same thing. And then I already cut the middle out. So anyway, that's just, you know, like I said, I don't know if it's worth the trouble, but I use it just because I have it on my desk and I thought I would let people know and share with that what I thought about it. So anyway, I got that. The other tip that I had is when I'm making my tags, I go through a process where, let me see, am I putting that on there? I am. I'm putting that on that one. I kind of go through a process where what I do is I get out all my tags and I get out all my stuff and then I try and figure out, okay, what am I going to put on it? So for instance, I took this one out. I think I'm going to go ahead and chomp the ends. That's another thing. Like I said, I invest in tools. You don't have to. You can do the same thing that we did on top on the bottom, but this will cut an angle at the bottom like that. Again, you can just cut it and then put the other piece on the other side and cut it. But this makes life easier if you're going to be doing a lot. And again, I only get these if I can get them on sale because I usually don't pay full price for things. So it's just kind of a thing because I know things are always going to go on sale. So you just have to be patient. Okay, so I'll just get a bunch of things out. Like I get a bunch of different doilies. These are different die cuts that I have. I don't know, a lot of paper crafters, you know, card makers, etc. will have a lot of this stuff in their stash. For me, I don't, you know, I'm very drawn to all the lacy, frilly things, the flowers, and like I had said before, I am the mother of 3 boys, 3 grown men, and I would buy paper packs all the time that had flowers and things in them, and it was kind of depressing because I really didn't get to use them very much when I was scrapbooking or making mini albums and things like that, unless I did stuff for my nieces or I did a wedding thing for somebody. But for the most part, I didn't get to use a lot of them, and I still have some that, I mean, luckily I'm breaking into and using. So, but I also had a lot of die cuts that were kind of like that. But that really lends itself to a lot of this stuff, just the pieces of it, and tearing pieces and whatever. I believe I got this die cut off of AliExpress. It was very cheap. I think it was probably maybe $2. Just know that, like I said before, when you order things from them, it can be hit or miss, but for the most part, I think I really have been happy with the things that I bought. I don't buy papers or ephemera from them or anything like that, because I have not been happy. And then there's been a lot of copyright issues that they're going after. And if you see something that looks kind of like somebody else's stuff that's out there in the market, then I wouldn't get that, because I don't think that's right. But that's up to you. But anyway, that's it. As long as you're not in a hurry, that's a great resource to buy different dyes if you don't already have a stash. I do know a lot of people that do, and that's what I'm saying. This can be a very affordable way to do your tags and things like that. So anyway, I get out a bunch of stuff. It'll be all over. I'll have doilies. I'll have die cuts. And what I do in my die cuts too is I have like a little stash of them, and I'll cut out bunches and I put them in these containers. See, some of these I got at a thrift store, and 50% off. They were 25 cents each, so I didn't get all of them there. I did buy some. I think I got these on Amazon, and I got a pretty good deal. So, but anyway, I'll cut out a ton of stuff ahead of time. I don't, now if I know I'm going to be using specific colors or something or whatever, then I'll just do them all at one time. And then let's see, I also have, where's my other big box here? I just take these, like if I knew I was doing the Valentine's and I did a bunch of pink flowers, hearts, and I have all these little pieces that I can use, and even just tearing off pieces of things that you may want to use. So I'll keep all that all together while I'm working on something, and maybe divide it up down further later, but I'll just do a bunch all at one time, because to me it's just a more efficient way of doing it. And also, even though I may have an idea of what I may want to do on a tag and I get everything all out, inevitably what happens is, I change my mind as I go through it. And oh boy, we have stuff sticking everywhere. Let me take that out. I might use that. Okay. So anyway, you can kind of see what I do is I just kind of have a stash of things, and I keep it on my desk because, like I said, even though I think I might know what I want to do, there's a very good chance I'm going to change my mind. This is a stash that I have punches, and every time I do something, you always have leftover spots on your sheet of paper, and I'll just punch out. I keep my punches close to my desk, so I just punch out as much as I can out of whatever sheet of paper there is. And I have little circles. This is a medallion that I have. Now this is a die cut, and it's really kind of funny. I'm looking all over. I can't figure out where this die cut is. I don't know. I had another one. I have a heart die cut. Don't know where that is. So I don't know. I'm going to be going through my craft room. My husband's going to be out of town next week, and I think that's going to be my project. Instead of cooking dinner every night, I'm going to probably have a bowl of cereal and work at, sorting through some things, because I have a lot of things in here. I do a lot of different crafts, and I'm going to get some things out of my craft room that I haven't been doing a lot lately, that I, I'm still interested in, but I don't know for sure whether I'm gonna, you know, do that for, you know, if I'm not doing it, I put it in my garage. I have a section in the back of my garage where I have shelves, and I put stuff back there that I don't do often, and I know I have it, so if I need it, I can go get it, but it's not taking up room in my craft room, you know, just being stored. Anyway, getting away from that, let's get started. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to show you guys. This is what I do. I don't know. I will take all my little stuff and I'll have all my tags laid out and I'll put things on them and move them around, and, you know, inevitably kind of sort of come up with a start of how I want to do things. So then when I get done doing that, I have these little cellophane bags, and I had bought these years ago because I used to sell things in craft fairs. And I mean, I got a big stack of all different sizes, but I use this a lot. What I do is I take and they were extremely cheap. They were not expensive at all. And I'm not, you could do this with just a baggie too, by the way, from, you know, get a thing of baggies from the dollar store. It would do the same thing. But the concept for me, though, is what I do is after I figure out, I have all these tags laid out, I kind of just, you know, shuffle things on them and figure out what I want. And that takes me a long time. It really does. So, and it's the process of you've taken everything out and it's all over the place. Okay, if I don't put these in something the way that I think I'm going to use them, stuff will go flying all over. Like I'll put this out there and say, that butterfly, when it comes time to put that on there, that butterfly, I probably won't find it. I mean, it'll be somewhere in the craft room, and inevitably I can't find it. So what I do is I just put them in these little baggies. I don't always seal them. In fact, most of the time I don't. And I'll just put them in here, and they'll be ready to go. And then that way, and then plus it's kind of more of a mindless process. You can just turn on the TV, watch something, watch YouTubers craft. Well, you know, I love doing craft with me's with different people, and I'll just listen to them and watch them do stuff, and every once in a while, you know, go not pay attention. And this way it's kind of easy to kind of go through the process. Now I still add a bunch of stuff to it. I'll take things off, put it back on, see something and go, ooh, I might put that on there, you know. A lot of times too, I'll switch things from one to the other, but I mean, it is a process. But anyway, this is what I do, and I'll just have a stack, and I do them all at one time, and that's how I do it. And also, if I don't get done, then I have these somewhere, and that's another thing that I do, is whenever I'm making a journal, I kind of have a basket full of stuff that I find that I may want to put on there, you know. Like here, I pulled a bunch of different doilies, you know. I have a little heart stamp. I have some gold letters. I have, you know, these are some things that I've put through. Matter of fact, I might use that. Take that out. You know, I've got this little thing of cherubs that I might use. So anyway, I have like a stash of things, and I don't just have one tray. I'll have several. This is, and I always have this, I have like a rolling thing next to my desk, but I'll have this big thing full of laces and stuff that I've pulled next to me, so that as I'm doing my tags, I have everything there. I can kind of, you know, think, well, I've got a good assortment of things to work with, so I'm not getting up and down all the time. It's more efficient for me. So I have that, and that's just kind of how I go through the process. I have my words here. I have some more words if I want to put some words on it. Let's see. So anyway, oh yeah, I have the one thing I use a lot of when I'm doing this is I have this is a treat jar for my dogs, and I just, you know, you're always going to have little pieces of lace that you cut off the end when, you know, when you're doing stuff. So I just have these in a little jar. And actually I had emptied this out because I had used a bunch of this stuff. But anyway, I just have that handy because I try and use those first. I also have two little tiny things I keep on my desk, and because I'll take stuff off, put it back on, take stuff off, put it back on, and you know, they're little teeny tiny pieces, and I'll lose them and they'll go flying. Like I said, it's always, you know, you can't find it. So I'll keep this stuff on my desk, you know, until I'm done with the project, and then I'll try and sort them out and put them in the appropriate, you know, the flowers and the flowers, etc. But I keep just little things like this on there because little pieces are going to go flying all the time. Okay, and then I have a thing next to my desk where I have a basket of my blingy stuff. And most of the stuff I get from the dollar store, or I've got at a really good deal on them. Oh, I didn't even know I had those hearts. Look at that. Tell you what, everything, definitely going to have to use those. I'll go through and pick out things that I think I might use, you know, and kind of put them to the front so I don't forget that I have them. But anyway, this is right next to where all my lace and stuff is, because I do put bling on my Shabby stuff. Some people don't like that. I don't know. See, like this is tiny bling. But anyway, that's kind of what I keep next to me, because that helps me, because then I'm kind of a lazy crafter. I have to have everything kind of in my area and my zone, and it kind of keeps me more creative, because if you're in the flow, you don't want to have to get up and go search for something if you can help it. I always end up doing that anyway, though. That's part of the reason why I need to reorganize my craft room, because there's a lot of stuff I haven't done for a while, and I'm not sure I'm gonna do, but I'm not quite ready to get rid of it. I did purge a bunch of stuff not too long ago that I don't use, and donated it, but I have stuff that I'm kind of, you know, I may or may not. Like I have like a handmade paper making kit. Well, I'm not sure I'm not going to use that again. You know, I have a polymer clay set up, you know, I have all that. I don't do it very often, but occasionally I go, I could use that, you know, and so I don't want to get rid of that stuff. I just kind of want it somewhere that I have access to it, and I don't mind having to go out in the garage on my shelves and find it. But anyway, let's get back to the tags. That's just my kind of process. I thought I would go through that. I'm not going to do that every time. I just thought I would let people know how I do this. Okay. This is a doily I got at the dollar store. You know, a pack of doilies. And that's another thing. I mean, a pack of doilies will go a long way. So, you know, it's not expensive. You can get those. This is our tag, and we have gessoed over it. And as you can see, it really did dull down these colors quite a bit. And I'm going to take part of this doily and probably go about, I'm not going to go quite halfway, I don't think. Maybe I will. I don't know. Here we'll go like about like that. And as you can see, I was going to say, you end up covering it, at least I do most of the time, a good portion of what we did, but I think what's left is kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to put that down, and I think this is my little window, and I found these Tim Holtz people here. I thought that was cute. And I'm going to put that probably right here, but maybe lower down on the page. I don't know. But I was thinking about, I might put that, I think I'm going to put that on the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Because I wasn't sure how. Maybe I'll put that there. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. If I do that, now see, I haven't figured out what lace or anything I want on there, so maybe I want to put that on the bottom going to put something on the bottom and something on the top. I don't want any more pink. I think I want another color. Let's try this. And I'll take that. Let me see. Oh yeah, I think I like that better. Or maybe do I want something a little lighter color? Yeah, I kind of like my little lace thing next to me because this is the part where I'm using a lot of different laces and stuff. So let me see. I don't know, that might look better. Let's see what other things I have in here. Let me see. I cut that off. I really need to look in my little snippet jar because I know I have little pieces in there. I'll go get that. Okay, so I think, let's see, I don't know. I think I like that better. I'm going to put that down there. I don't know if I want to put that there, if I want to put there. I love layers when I do things. I will always seem to opt for the layers, so I kind of sort of like that there. I wonder if I don't want to move. I kind of need this in the middle because this tag's kind of big. See, this is why I do all the sorting first, because it would take me forever. And at some point you just have to pull the trigger. Ooh, wait a minute. Maybe I do this. Let me do that. Let me try to take some of that and see if that would look good on there too. No, that's too much. Too much. Too much. All right, I'm going to glue this stuff down first. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. Now, I'm going to probably go and dingy this up a little bit because I want it more, but not too much. And this is where I take my dollar store makeup brush and go over it lightly because it won't. It doesn't do too much, and it kind of just makes it a little bit more worn. I don't want it to look too new. And I might do that with my tag a little bit, you know. Just do that. Yeah, see, I like that a little better. And then I'll take my Distress ink before I start gluing things down and do that. And also, too, I'll look on the back of my tag. Like on this one, this will be okay to use in the back. You know, I'll go ahead and ink that up. But if I need to put another layer of like coffee dyed paper or something, I'll do that before I start gluing things down. But I think this one will be okay. Now this was, remember we started out with the file folder, manila file folder with that. So I do that. Okay, let's see. So that looks a lot older. I use this, like I told you, I got that pack of little brushes for, and this is really good, I think, for kind of just lightly going over the edges and not doing, because these are so delicate you can't really do the edge. So I'll do that. I don't like to do it all the way across. Okay, so then I'll take the piece that I think I'm going to cut. I'm going to do it right about, I'm just going to do it in the middle, and then I can cut off the extra. And I'm not cutting it very straight. Put that out of the way. It's kind of in the way there. Okay. So how far do I want to go? See, I don't want to cover everything up, so, but I want it to be obvious this is half of a heart. So I think I'm going to go about like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, and then save that because you'll probably use a piece of it somewhere else. Excuse me, I'm going to get a sip of coffee here. Get that over because I'll lose it. Okay, and for this, I probably would just use my art glitter glue. On the doilies, the way I do them, because honestly, you know, it's kind of hard. I've tried it with glue stick and I end up ripping these doilies, so some are better than others, but I just kind of go and try and get all the way around the end and then hit as many little spots in here as I can. You know, go right up and down here. Okay. So I'm going to probably go up a little bit right there. There we go. That's probably how I'm going to do it. Kind of smooth it out, get the bumps out of there, and then cut off the extra. Oh, there's another thing I was going to show you guys and I kind of forgot, but I'll do that real quick. All right, let me get that down. And you can see the glue kind of bleeding through there, but that's okay because it's going to be covered up and it'll dry anyway. So where'd my top go? Here it is. All right. I have the hardest time doing this. Okay, there we go. So we put that down. I was going to show you too what I do with my tags. And this is before I would glue things down. I take a little nail file and just kind of smooth off the edges because when you have done your decoupage, there may be like some little loose pieces. And also check too if there's anything that needs to be glued down, but usually there isn't because you've put a ton of glue on there. So anyway, this is just a nail file from the dollar store, and I use these all the time to do that. And also, you know, you can distress it too if you want to. If you want your tags to look more distressed, you can do it with your scissors. I have a little distressing tool, and you can go, you know, and purposely kind of do that. And I do that a lot of times on my Shabby journals. Be careful with that doily part though, because it'll probably tear it more than you want it to. But this thing works really good. But you kind of have to ink up your edges again after you do that because it's going to end up looking kind of white when you get done. So anyway, I shouldn't be manhandling this that much with that doily on there. Okay, so then I'm going to put this on, but this is like too white for me. So let's dingy that up. And this works really good, you know, because you can have a light hand with this, and then everything doesn't look so new. On the edges, you still kind of want to use this thing, your little end here. So anyway, then these guys probably do the edges, although I don't think you're going to see them. Maybe a little bit of this, not too much. All right, and we're going to put them in right here. See, like I said, you're not going to really see a lot of that stuff in there. So let's see, got to make sure we position these guys where we want them. He's got to move over a little bit. There we go. I moved him too much. Kind of in the center. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm going to move it down more toward the middle a tiny bit, and then we'll have room to put stuff on top and the bottom. Anyway, guys, I hope everyone is having a good day. It's kind of morning here on a Saturday. My husband's not up yet. I woke up early and I thought, well, you know, I'm going to get some crafting in because we're probably going to do some running around the rest of the day and I may not have time. But I love to come up in my craft room with a cup of coffee, you know, turn on some videos, turn on the TV, do a little crafting and start my day. It's just, it's very enjoyable and relaxing for me. I think it's kind of like a meditation. And so I do that a lot. Okay, put all that down there. The art glitter glue works really good on this stuff because it grabs really well. And it holds down pretty good. And I'm going to glue these little windows down. I'm not expecting to open them, so I'm going to put, getting it on my fingers. All right, so let's put them down. Yeah, see, they're not sticking down real good. We'll have to work on that. Go up a little. I don't want their feet hanging out the bottom. I mean, I could cut them off, but I think that's good right there, but it's very crooked, isn't it? Okay, there we go. I think that's good. So we're going to put that there. So they're looking through the window. Okay. Oh, he's moving. Oh, that's kind of covering his face a little bit. I'm going to move that up a little. Yeah. We'll do that. Okay. So that's how I'm doing that. You can't see his top hat, but oh well. Okay. Anyway. A little extra glue right there. Okay, so then I think I'm going to put this right there. Yeah, okay. I think I'll put the glue on this. It'll probably stick better that way. I got this off of AliExpress. Alright, let me see. Do I want to go all the way across or? Yeah, I think I am. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Leaving all over the place here. I'd really like to get that other leaf on there. Hold on. Okay. Maybe go up a little higher. Alright. And that is not sticking all that great right there. This stuff is kind of almost like a material type. So it's not, you know, it's taken a little bit more. I could have probably used my 3-in-1. It would have worked better, but I'm not sure I'm going to cut that other part of that off. I might let it just hang over. Okay, so then I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on there. I think this might look kind of cool. Yeah, it might. And then put that on top for like a pop of color. Or do this. Maybe do this. And then that. No, then that kind of covers the doily. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do this. Okay. So this, again, is another die cut. And this is just a piece of one. So what's cool about this is I'm using these die cuts that I bought that I never use because, I don't know, I thought I would do card making, which I have done, but I forget to mail out the cards, so I have a stack of cards that I made, and half the time I forget to mail them out, so I'm terrible about that. So anyway, at least I'm using this stuff for something. Not really sure when I got this die. I'm sure it was quite a long time ago, so I think I might just put that in the middle. Do that up. It's very crooked. Here we go. Anyway. There we go. That to stick down. All right, and then I think I'm going to put this on top. Maybe, not sure yet. Yeah, I think I will. We'll see what happens. Or I could put lace up there. I think I'll do this. And that's probably too long. Okay, that's 2 pieces in there. So I just use that and do that. I think I'll use, maybe, let me get a piece of lace and see. So this is kind of the process that I go through. So I don't know. It may be kind of boring for people, so I don't know. But I never really know what I'm going to do. I really don't. I just kind of, I get a basic idea, and then I go in and I just kind of, you know, kind of wing it, really, is what I do. So I'll put this lace up there and see. I like these little holes that thing punches, but it is harder to get stuff through it. You definitely could use a bigger hole if you want to. Okay, we are not cooperating. Get that in there. All right. I don't want to pull it back out. Okay, here we go. It's good. This size hole is good, you know, for keeping your top of your tag nice, you know, and in there and not moving around, but it's also kind of a pain because, oh, come on, now it's not moving. There we go. Okay. Okay, well, there's one. We could glue that down a little bit more right here. So there's a tag that we will use, and it has a lot of dimension. It has layers. That's kind of what I like. To me, the more layers, the better, without making it too bulky, because this has to fit in a page. So that's kind of what you're going for. So anyway, that's a tag done. So let's take, let me see, what other ones do I have in here? I have this one. Put all these little pieces somewhere over here. So like I said, I kind of pre-picked out some things. You know, it's kind of like a, you know, putting cards out. This is a little, this has a little bit more gesso on it, I think, than the other one did. And you can see what I'm saying as far as having the smaller pieces on tags. If you had just bigger pieces, then you would maybe just have, like, you know, 2 or 3 variations. Whereas if you, on your tags, if you do, you know, your big collage sheet and do smaller pieces, then you have a lot of different variation. And that's up to you how you want it. But I kind of like it because, like I said, I usually end up covering most of it anyway. Like, I'm going to put, this is a round doily, but I really like the edges on that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that like that. I'm going to have to trim this off because it's very crooked. Put this picture on there. Then I found these flowers and they're dimensional. I'm going to put them, probably put her lower down like that. And then I found this medallion. I'm going to put it up there. I'm going to punch a hole. That might be too big. I want it to hang above the tag. So I don't know that I'm going to put it right in the middle right there. Well, maybe I will. Then I can put her up a little higher. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm going for. You know what? I might put this down at the bottom. See how that looks. See how that looks down there. Let me see if you'll even see any of it. Put it up higher. Yeah, let's see how that looks. I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's definitely better. Yeah, we'll do that. That's what we're going to do. So I do need to make this a little bit straighter because I cut that out by hand and it's not too great. And that's a graphics fairy image. That's another thing. I keep this little tiny, like I said, the smaller cutter. Let me cut this straight first so I don't cut too much of her head off. There we go. Put that in here. Okay. Is that in there good? Okay. And so anyway, I am a premium member of Graphics Fairy. I like Graphics Fairy. It has a lot of really cool images on it. They do have a lot of free images, so that's a resource. But it's for a pretty nominal fee. If you do decide to get into, if you're not going to do a ton of junk journaling, I wouldn't pay the membership. You know, well, it's up to you. But if you are going to do it, it's a good resource. And they always have a lot of new stuff out there. I really like it. I do like the digital kits and stuff that come out on the bundles that they have, but there are a lot of other bundles out there that you can purchase for a really nominal fee that you get a lot of use out of, and you know, you can print them as many times as you want. So okay, let's see. I think I'm going to do that up there. Okay, again, I will ink this up, and I will ink this up. My tag looks okay on the back. Before I glue everything on, because that's the look I'm going for. If you're not going for that, now see this thing, I'm definitely gonna, I don't know where I'm gonna cut it off yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and ink it up because it looks too, you know, bright and new. And put a little bit over here, kind of make sure I grungy that up a little bit, get the edges. It gives it a completely different look when you do that. And then here, put that there. Okay, so that's going to go up here. So where's my this little thing? You just kind of lightly brush it. You know, to me, it just makes it look just a little old. This brush is great for just getting the little tips a little bit here and there, hitting them. And then right here, maybe. Okay, and then these look way too new, so we have to deal with that. See if I can, yeah, dull that down a little bit. This is kind of a silver metallic-y paper, and I like it, but it looks way too new. This is kind of a gold. Gonna dull that down a little bit. It's not nearly as shiny. This is still needing some work. Okay. I don't know. It's not sticking real good. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. All right. So let's get our elements on there. I think I am going to do this a little bit, just a little bit. Make it look a little older. You can also do that on the back. That way, I did too much right there, but it'll survive. And I didn't ink the back up very good, did I? No. I want my stuff to look kind of grungy in this album. I don't do this in all of them, but this is the kind of the look I'm going for. And I probably won't use all these tags in one album. I don't want that many things that look that similar. But I am doing another journal. I am gonna probably make another one like that. So like I said, to me, a lot of the work is coming up with the design and how you want it. And what I'll do usually is I'll make enough stuff to make two, and I may make them, put the pages in at the same time and do all that kind of stuff. But to me, I will do things, and then on the second one, I'll go, well, I should have done that different, or I should have done that different. So, and I can't, while I try and make things similar sometimes, I don't think I could make them the same if I wanted to. I'm going to try and center that. It doesn't need to be, but I'm going to try and do that. I just know that I will change things up just because I will. I don't even know if I could remember, I make it similar but not the same. Let's just put it that way. There's no way. It's handmade, and your decision process while you're doing it's going to be different. So, and I always cut things from the back because then I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. And like I said, save all these little pieces, because just like in our collage, remember we had little pieces all over like this. So, got a few pieces right here. Got to glue down. There we go. All right. So let me put that over here. I think I might make this look a little older. Like it's an old piece of an old photograph of somebody's great grandmother or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to make this not just about Valentine's, but kind of just a, love and that type of thing. So it's kind of a little bit more generic. Okay, I'm going to put that down there. This is going to go up here, but I want it to barely touch her head. I don't want it to cover her head. So that's going to go up there. Okay, so let me put her down first. I do think I want to put something behind her, though, more than, well, no, because then it's going to cover up the doily. Oh, let me see. Let's try this. Maybe I'll put that in the flowers. I don't know. I just think I need a little bit more texture somewhere. Maybe up here. I don't know. But then it'll be hanging all over her face. I don't know if I like that. No. Maybe I need to do it with lace up there. That might be what I need. Maybe I need some lace up there. Let's see. Okay. Put that up there. Or maybe that down there. I like that. I kind of like that. And then this is going to go up there, and then maybe it'll have some lace on top. I think I like that better. Okay, we'll do that. I have to pull the trigger sometimes because I'll stay here all day just trying to make a decision with one little thing, so it can get really ridiculous for me. But this is my favorite part of the whole process, even though it's kind of painstakingly time consuming. This is the part I really love. So anyway, let me do that. I don't know how many of these will get done, but you know, I figure we'll just do a few, and if you get tired of watching me, then don't, you know. I know my craft with me's are kind of long, but I'm just coming in here and doing what I would be doing anyway and trying to talk people through that process. Because, like I said, I do have people that ask me. I usually use my 3-in-1 on material. It just seems to, you know, work better. So, I mean, the art glitter glue will hold it down, but this to me works better. And I did get my new bottle. I'm so excited because I have several journals I'm trying to work on. And I wasn't sure whether I was going to get it anytime soon, so I just ordered off of Amazon. Stuff like that. I tend to like to shop, like thrift shop and go out and do that, but I don't like to spend a whole lot of time on supplies, looking for supplies. Now, there's enough glue on there that might hold it. I don't want to go too high up. I don't want to go too low. Probably going to go right there. I'm going to cut that off right there. I'm going to cut that off. And I know it's covering up part of the doily, but it's kind of the whole layer thing for me. Okay, then that's not covering all that. That's not down good right there. I may have to use more of my 3-in-1 for some of this. Okay, so this guy is going to go. I'm not too concerned about the hole there because I'll just, you know, punch a new one. I want it to kind of go off a little and then on the top of her head. Do I want to put more lace up here? Coming down like that. And then putting that up there. I think I kind of like that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. All right. Excuse me while I talk to myself here. So, this is what I do. This is kind of what I just kind of gather my pieces together. And even though I've gathered it and I've spent that time, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to, you know, pull the trigger on it. I may just decide, no, this looks really dumb. I'm not going to do that. Or sometimes I'll just see something on my desk and it'll just speak to me and I'll go, oh, wow, that'll work. To me, those are my meant to be moments there. And then I'll do that. A little crooked. There we go. And then I'm going to put this. This is a medallion die that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I think I paid like $2 for it. And boy, I was looking for it. I don't know what. I know it's here somewhere. I didn't take it anywhere, but it kind of drives me nuts when I can't find things. That's why I really have to sort through. I have a bunch of flower die cuts and stuff, and I'm going nuts looking for them because I know they're here somewhere, but I can't figure out where I put them. All right, so I'm going to put that right here in the middle. Hold that down for a second or two. And put this down over it. There we go. I like that. All right. And I will punch a hole. I'm going to punch the hole in the middle. To me, that would make sense, right? But that's going to be kind of low. I wonder if I should have put that up higher. Ugh. Yeah, maybe. Yep. That glue doesn't look bad there. Oh, well. Yeah, I think that should have been up a little higher. There we go. That looks a little better. Get the glue off the back. It'll dry. Okay. And then I'm going to punch a hole. Maybe. Here we go. If I can get in there. Right in the middle. Kind of sort of in the middle. I don't know what I think I'm going to do pink on that one. I think I'm going to do pink. No, actually I think I'm not going to do pink. I don't think that's long enough. I'm going to do another color here. Here we go. I'm going to do this. And I may double that. Let's see. No, it's going to be too thick. I actually have other laces than this, and I need to just go get up and get them, but I'm being kind of lazy. All right. So then, is that going to even? It may not be, it might be too short. Let's see. I gotta put some thought into this. Oh, I know. I know. This will work. Let's try this. Let's see how this looks. Come on, get in there. This may look really stupid, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just gonna check it out, see how it looks. I actually don't think it looks too bad. Okay, not sure I'm gonna keep it like that, but anyway, that's another tag. I don't think that looks too bad. That looks okay to me. Looks kind of cool. All right. Let's move some stuff out of the way here. This is why I have my little snippet thing. I take all the little pieces and I put them over here. I mean, little pieces of lace. I'll keep them over to the side. And like I said, I reuse these. So, all right, let's see here. Let's do something different. Okay. Let's see what I got. I have this little lady, and this was a die cut that I had. This is a die cut. I think it's more of a mixed media type thing. And I thought I would do that right there. And do her on top. And then maybe put a little bow there. Not gonna, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. I may add a little bit more to that. I just, not really sure. Wonder if that would look good up there. And then move that over there. Nah, not doing it for me. I don't know. Put lace on the bottom. Let me see here. I don't know if I like, let me see. I have a lot of different laces here. I need to quit going to the same one. Here, try something like that. That's too much. Okay. see here. No, that won't work. Okay, I got an idea. Maybe this vine on the bottom. And then, let's see here. No, I don't like that either. Okay. I'm going to put some tulle behind there, I think, because I think it just needs more texture. So I'm probably going to put that there and kind of crumple it up a little bit, and then put that on top. And then that, or maybe I do that. Okay, she's stuck in there. Maybe I do that, and then I do that. Then I do that. I think I like that better. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Oop. And I'll probably put some lace on the bottom. All right. So I'm going to dingy this up a little bit. So I hope people are getting some benefit out of this, and if anything, just maybe having somebody to craft with, because I don't really know how to tell people my process and how I do things other than just to do it, because I don't think I have a formula or a set plan most of the time. I just kind of go out there and do what I think looks good. And like I said, everybody's going to have a different process and a different way of doing things, and I'm certainly not saying this is the way to do it, but this is kind of how I do it. And it's okay. Now we're doing this first. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, it's going to be nice and tricky to put on there. I'm trying to use up the rest of this bottle first. And I hate using a bottle that's, going at the bottom. That's another thing. I have a jar that I keep at my desk that while I'm using this, I keep it upside down, or any other glue. In case it spills, it goes in there, which it has before. You can't leave this upside down because it'll kind of explode. But while you're using it, it helps, so then you're not waiting for it to come. But I'll still forget to put it in there, even though it's sitting right in front of me. All right. I don't know. Hope I can get this down there where it sticks and doesn't show too much. It's going to have the tulle on top too, but still. All right, let me try that. So I'm going to put that like about right here. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And this little die cut would make, you could put something behind here and make it like a little pocket on the side. That'd be kind of cool. That would be cool, I think. But let me get a wipe here. Wipe off my excess glue. There we go. Everything's sticking to my fingers. Oh. I just got these Tim Holtz scissors because I saw a bunch of people using it. I thought, oh, I don't know, they're scissors. How great can they possibly be? I had a good pair of scissors. But anyway, they were like 50% off, and I had gotten some gift certificates. I've trained my husband and my kids just buy me gift certificates so I can get what I want, you know, at craft stores. And they did do that, so I'll save that. See, you never know. You might want to use that on something. So anyway, I just got these, and boy, I'll tell you what, I love them. I mean, I think this is another, things don't stick to them, but what I love more than anything, if you do a lot of fussy cutting, it has a rubberized kind of handle. And I'm not going to say it's soft, but it's softer. The grip on it, oh my gosh, it's ergonomically, it's just great. Yeah, and the size of the blade is perfect for, you know, fussy cutting. Because, like, here's my other, so that, see, I have this little ribbon on here because these are for my material. But look, see, I have glue. I got to clean those. Can tell I cheated. But anyway, you know, this, I don't know, it doesn't feel, it just doesn't feel as good in your hand. These things are great. I love them. I would say they're worth it. I think I got them for around $10. So, you know, if you decide to get them, and I think I got them at Joann's, so I'm sure they'll go on sale again. You can probably live without them until then. That's how I decide. I can live without it. But like I said, I'll invest in tools because to me that's, you know, that's kind of, it's worth it for me. Like tools I consider die cuts or little boards or whatever. It makes it easier and faster, and you know, I'd rather spend my time with the, you know, the art part of it or the actual crafting. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put that on there. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is put the glue on the top and the bottom. Is that going to go all the way across? Yeah, it is. Okay. That way, this is where I'm going to put some lace, so that will cover that up. I think. We'll cover it up down here. Okay. So, anyway, this is kind of what I do. Like I said, when I pre-sort this stuff, it really helps. And you just kind of, you know, it's not that I don't change things up. I want this kind of gathered a little bit. Okay, so if I can get it without sticking on my fingers. Let me try something else here. See if I can kind of smush that down a little bit. I'm trying to get it, oh, I don't want it like just plain flat. I want a little texture in this, so I'm trying to do it to get it to where it's not sticking on my fingers. It's not working. Way too much glue on my fingers. Okay. Move a little bit over here. If I can move that down a little. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to take some of this pink and I'm going to put the pink right across the top. And I always put it a little bit off the end, so I just cut it later. Do that, and then put some on the bottom. And maybe I'll put her in here because it may, yeah, it's going to overlap a little. I think well, no, I guess I'll put her, no. I think I'll put her here. I don't want this covering her head. Excuse me. But I don't want it. Now I've got stuff stuck to my elbow. Okay. Put her there, I think. I don't want her off of there. There we go. That's where she's going. Definitely need more glue. Oh, wait. I forgot to ink her up a little bit. Let me do that. So I hope that you're getting some value out of this. You know, and leave comments, and I can handle the constructive criticism. It will not hurt my feelings at all. And I know there's lots to be had, because I've gone back and looked at stuff and I'm cringing and I'm thinking, oh, I should take that off because it's so bad. But I don't know. I think some of the content is not bad. I really think I just have to work on my video skills a little bit too. And then definitely I could cut down the time on some stuff and do some editing. And I'm probably going to try and start doing that. But I'm trying to go from a approach for me is just, you know, I get in my craft room, I'm going to do this stuff anyway. And I figured I'll just chat with people while I'm doing it. And maybe they can learn something from it. Maybe it's just keeping them company. I don't know, you know. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to put her right here. I'm going to make sure her hand stays on there because it'll probably wind up coming off later. Alright, so there she is. And then I'm going to put that, I think, right here. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And I actually, oh, I didn't mean to hit the camera again. I actually sit there and talk to myself anyway, so I might as well just be talking to you because I get, you know, I get lonely in here. Somehow my husband doesn't want to hang out in my craft room. I don't know why. But this is kind of what I do. This is my happy place. I will have to let go. Here we go. I gotta do something with my hands. I've got so much glue on it right now. Okay, get down. Here we go. And then see, my tools, when they get glue all over them, I take my dollar store alcohol. I don't know if I'm going to want some of this tool hanging off or not. Let me see. I kind of like it off, hanging a little bit off, you know. I don't like it perfect. I don't like perfect things because I'm certainly not perfect, and it does reflect me. So anyway, I'll see how it looks both ways. Let me see how it looks, and then we will make up our mind. How about that? I am going to cut that. Okay. Here we go. Maybe cut a little bit more right there. I think I kind of like that All right. So then I'm going to put my little bow over here because it seemed like it was missing something over here. Yeah. All right, so we'll do that. Maybe it needs to go up here. I could put it up there, couldn't I? Ah, decisions. I hate making decisions. Let me see. All right, and then I could put this up there. Or do the pink, more pink. Let's see. Make more pink. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So I'm going to have to put this through there first. I never really ever, well, I shouldn't say that never. I usually don't pick out my laces and trims and stuff until I'm kind of done with the tag. I don't know why. That's just in my head. I don't know. To me, that's just like the icing on the cake or something. It's okay, this one is just not going to go through there, is it? Okay, there we go. To me, it's just the last part. So other people may, you know, do it as they're picking things out. And I can certainly see how that would, you know, that would work. For some reason, I can't do it that way. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know. And then this was our little lace flower that we had made. I wonder if I could put it down there. No, because then it'll get caught when you put it in and out. I don't want to cover her head though. Okay, let me see if I can get that to stick on like that without it being too much. If I could get it right there, might not be too bad. All right, I'll try and quit talking to myself and mumbling. I can tell that I'm doing that. And then, oh, here we go. It is getting to the bottom. I may have to open up the other one. But here we go. All right. I think that's it. I think that'll do it for that one. I think that turned out kind of cute. Make sure that stays down. Get that glue off of her face. All right, another tag. Okay, let me look and see what we're doing on time here. Oh boy, we're way over time. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking with me this long if you have. So we've made these 3. And I think I'll probably go finish up some of the others, and then we're going to go through a different process on tags where we use napkins the next time. And then after that, we're going to decorate a few pages, and then probably I will finish up that journal on my own and then do a flip through. But thank you very much for hanging out with me, and if you'd like to do it again, I'm going to try and do something daily, just because I usually craft daily. So I'm just going to try and turn on the camera and just kind of do a craft with me. And if you pick up some tips from it, great. If not, just hang out with me. Anyway, thanks, and y'all have a great day.